Hello, welcome back to a Friday class with me, Gisella. So this week I've had a migraine and waves of really deep tiredness. So I thought that today's class I would keep it soft and restorative. This practice is suitable for days when there's been a shift in your hormones, your energy's really low, and our nervous system feels a little bit overloaded. If you're like me, after a migraine as well, extra sensitivity in your head, your eyes, your ears, and just feeling really foggy. To add to the brain fog that we've already got, if you suffer from migraines as well, then there's just added brain fog. So it's wonderful. But never fear, today's practice will hopefully help regulate our nervous system and we'll feel a lot better after class. We'll stay close to the ground today for practice. We're going to aim to create some space in our bodies, very gentle restorative stretching, and to create some calm, to re-regulate our nervous system and to ease some tension in our head and shoulders. We will be using props, so gather all your pillows, all your cushions, make sure that you've got a comfy surface to lie on. If you do have yoga blocks, please have 2 yoga blocks available, but if you do not have yoga blocks, 2 thick books will be great. A blanket, an eye mask, just whatever you've normally had. And again, I always say we don't necessarily use all the props, but I really like to have them to hand and just to add options. So let's begin. Finding preferably something to sit on, sitting on a cushion, having your hips a little bit elevated. It's absolutely fine if you prefer not to sit on anything, and just come into a position that you can comfortably sit in for at least 2 minutes. And we'll start to calm our nervous system with some breathing. I invite you to keep your eyes open, just lower your gaze and soften around your eyes, or feel free to close your eyes. And when you're ready, just notice your posture. Sitting up tall, but with ease and steadiness. Hands resting in your lap or on your thighs or on your knees. Soften around your face. We tend to hold tension around our jaw. Notice if your teeth are locked together. If they are, create some space between the upper and lower rows of your teeth. Notice where your tongue is sitting. Sometimes we feel more relaxed if it's sat in the roof of our mouths. And if you feel tension around your eyes, really try and soften this area. And notice where your shoulders are, if they feel like they're raised. And when I say take an exhale, relax your shoulders, notice if they move. So breathe in through your nostrils, exhale, relax your shoulders. Make sure your arms feel heavy, your hands feel heavy. Make sure your legs feel heavy and you might be holding some tension around your knees. Soften here. And as you breathe in, notice any tightness around your chest. Try and let your breath move further down into your belly. Again, this practice is always without judgment, so don't worry where the breath is. Just see if you can shift. As we breathe, we will feel the breath in our chest. We'll feel the breath in our shoulders. But we're not breathing from these areas. We're breathing into our belly, As you inhale, feel your belly expand. And as you exhale, feel the gentle pull back. Gentle pull back. We're not forcing our navel or squeezing it all the way back to our spine, just a gentle pull. If it feels good to actually feel what you're doing, you can place one hand on your belly and one hand on your upper chest. Or just keep your hands where they are, in your lap or on your knees or on your thighs. And we'll just take a few moments here in quiet. Don't worry if thoughts come in and out of your mind. Acknowledge them. Just try not to attach any stories. And this is difficult. The more we practice this, it becomes easier. Just feeling the breath move in through your nostrils and out through your nostrils. Focusing on this present moment, this time, for yourself, for your practice. Slowly bring your attention back to your breath, back to the movement in your body. And if your gaze was lowered, please lift. If your eyes were closed, gently open them. Okay. Next, we're going to work into our side body. For this one, you'll need a pillow, 2 pillows, and a bolster. So I'm going to take my pillow, my bolster or pillow, and lie it across my mat. Place another pillow over my bolster. For my head, I'll see when we get here if that's high enough, and I'm going to have another pillow between my thighs so that it levels out my hips. So just making sure that we'll start with our right side and make sure you have your bolster or your pillows really tucked in towards your hips. I'm just going to place that pillow between my legs, and then my right arm is going to come over the top of the bolster and reach through, and then I'm going to tuck the pillow under my head. Now I feel really supported. It's in the curvy part of our middle of our ribs where you want the bolster. Okay, wriggle around, play with that. Now I feel like this pillow is too low, so I'm going to just roll up my blanket a little bit more. I really don't want my neck hanging, my neck, my head need quite a lot of support after a migraine, so I'm just going to increase that. Now that feels much better. Got some space, support between my knees, support under my head, my neck feels supported, my arm I could be doing with something on the floor for my hand, but it's okay, my floor's quite warm. And then option here is just to rest my arm on the bolster and hand on my cushion. Or if you feel like you want a little bit more space in your left side, you can bring your arm overhead. Entirely optional. I feel a bit better just bringing my arm here, so I really don't have to work too much. And then when you get settled, just take a moment, relax your head, allow the right side of your body to sink into your pillows or your bolster. Your right arm is comfortable, your right shoulder is comfortable. And if you feel at any time during the time that we hold this position that you want to stretch, then by all means stretch. If it gets too much, come out, just sit quietly. Otherwise, we'll just stay here for about a minute. You can keep your eyes closed or just lower and soften your gaze. Take a deep breath in through your nostrils and maybe exhale gently through your mouth. And then just continue to breathe in and out through your nostrils, just letting go. Let your body just relax. Anytime you feel free to come out, change positions. Slowly coming back to your breath. Take a breath in and breath out. Open your eyes if they were closed. Lift your gaze if it was lowered. And then gently press your left hand, or depending on which side, left hand, right hand into your pillows or your bolster, and just push and come up to seated. Now you can just swap around, turn around, face, do the other side. I'm just going to move everything so that I stay facing the screen. So just getting comfortable on the other side. Now remember, each side can feel different. If you have a side and it really doesn't feel very comfortable, just stay on the first side. We don't have to, when we do restorative, tend to necessarily work each side. So just see how you feel. Your bolster or your cushions are in the curved part of your side, and then gently come down, adjust all your props, and then when you're ready, again you can stretch your arm alongside your ear, or just keep your arm resting on your cushions and your pillows or your bolster. Close your eyes or just soften your gaze, and we'll be here for a minute or so. Take a deep breath in through your nostrils. Exhale, sigh through your mouth. And then just continue breathing in and out through your nostrils. Slowly coming back to your breath, gently pressing your hand into the pillows and push yourself up to seated. Okay, and then just rolling everything to one side, maybe taking a comfortable seated position again on a cushion or a pillow. Resting your hands in your lap, and we'll do a little bit of release for our neck. Sometimes we feel the slightest movement after a migraine. We can be very sensitive, so if these neck movements feel uncomfortable, then please just give them a miss. Okay, so just gently inhale, look up, and on your exhale, bring your chin down to your chest. Inhale, look up. And exhale, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, bring your head back to center. Okay, hold as you exhale here. Inhale, center, and then exhale, turn your head, look right. Inhale, back to center, and exhale, turn to look left. Inhale, back to center. This time, exhale, look right, and hold your head here. Slowly feeling your breath move through your body. Relax your legs, keep your face and your arms and your hands relaxed. Sitting bones are soft into your seat. Just gently keep your head looking to the right, but lift up only a little bit. Gaze lifts a little bit as well. So we feel a stretch in the left side of our neck. Hold it here. Breathe in and breathe out. Take a breath in, and then exhale, look down towards your shoulder. And then on your next inhale, just very gently lift your head and bring your head back to center. Okay, turn, take a breath in, and on your exhale, turn to your left and just hold it here. Gently breathing in and out, no forced breath. Next inhale, turn your gaze, look up. When you next exhale, look down towards your left shoulder. Move your head downwards, chin towards your shoulder. Easy breathing. Then on your next inhale, very gently lift your head and bring everything back to center. Fantastic. Okay. And then dropping your right ear to your right shoulder. I find that sometimes after I've had a migraine, this can be really nice because I hold a lot of tension in the left side of my neck. So dropping my ear to my shoulder feels like a good release. On an in-breath, bring your head back to center. And as you exhale, drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Stay present. Notice how this practice is making you feel. If you feel tension releasing, on an inhale, just gently bring your head back to center. Okay, now the only part of this practice where we're going to do a bit more movement than anything else, we're going to come into tabletop. So just placing all your props to one side. We will need those later. And coming back on our hands and knees, just making sure there's internal rotation of your elbows, wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and we'll move through a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhaling, just lifting your chest, look forward, and then exhaling, rounding very gently. These movements do not have to be extreme. Inhaling to your cow, and on your exhale, round to your cat. And keep moving at your own pace with your breath in your own time. Maybe lingering for a moment or two in each position, maybe longer than your breath. We'll do one more round. Inhale to a neutral spine and step your right leg back. Keep your right toes tucked under and on the floor and push into your right heel, getting a stretch in our right calf, right hip flexor. And then gently lift your right leg off the floor and step it over and across your left leg over to the left side, maybe off your mat. And then turn to look towards your right toes. So we're getting a nice curl in the right side of our body, creating some space laterally. Don't worry how far your foot goes, just feel that stretch in your right side. And on an inhale, turn your head to center and gently bring your right knee back to the floor. Left side, left leg stretches out. Keep left toes curled under and touching the floor. Push through your left heel. If you find you're getting tired in your arms or in your wrists, you can always come down onto your forearms as well to do this. Just gently lifting your left leg, stepping it over your right leg, looking to the right. I had to really think about my left and rights then. So you want your left leg on the right side of your mat. Again, you don't have to step your left leg too far, just so you get a little C stretch in your left side. Breathing, steady breath. And then on an inhale, bringing everything back to center. And then from here, we are going to go into supported child's pose. Now, not everybody finds child's pose supportive. Not everybody enjoys child's pose. So if child's pose is not for you, then I invite you to just gently lie down on your back with your knees bent and maybe hands resting on your tummy or arms down by your side. And walk your feet wide and knees can drop together. And this is constructive rest. Otherwise, we will go into child's pose, supported. So I'm going to use my bolster in front of me. I'm going to place a cushion at the top end. So I'm a little bit elevated because sometimes being completely flat after a migraine again can really irritate the head, the blood flow to the head. So I find when I have a migraine, sitting upright is far better for me. And I'm going to place a cushion on the back of my heels. That feels really nice. You may wish to do this without any support, which is absolutely fine. As this is restorative, I've just added the props, but it's completely up to you. And then when you're ready, knees either side of the bolster. I'm just going to gently come to lie down, place my hands under my bolster. Find which side your head feels comfortable, on your left side or your right side. And then we'll just hold here for a little bit of time, not too long. Again, you can soften your gaze or close your eyes. Softening into the front of your body, letting the weight press down into your support. Releasing. Letting go. Breathing into the back of your body. Take rest. Gently come back to your breath, breathing in through your nostrils and out through your nostrils. Gently place your hands either side of your pillows or your bolsters and push yourself up to seated. My cat Ripley has just finished her very long Shavasana, half a day Shavasana. Okay, so now from here we're going to take it down onto our backs. Make sure you have support for underneath your head and pillows or cushions. We're going to twist. It's always nice to have something to bring our legs onto so we don't go over into too much of a twist. To take my bolster, place it on the right side. Start whichever side you want to go to first. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. Hello, Ripley. And then just taking knees into your chest and gently dropping knees over to your right side. You can rest your legs on your bolster. Now for me, this feels a little bit too high and I feel that I can go, oh, sorry, Ripley, over a little bit more. But I'm not forcing it. I just feel it will be a bit more comfortable the other side. As you can see, Ripley does like to join me as well. So just again, finding that spot, the supportive spot for your legs, and then you can bring your arms out wide or just keep your arms down by your side. I tend to like resting, if I'm over onto the right side, which I am, I like to rest my right hand on my left thigh, and sometimes I like to bring my left arm alongside my ear. That feels really nice. So again, I invite you to play around, find a supine twist that you really enjoy, where you can relax and you feel like you're stretching but without any effort. And we'll just be here for a minute or so. Take a deep breath in through your nostrils and exhale through your mouth or your nostrils, and just let your body soften. Gently coming back to your breath. Bring everything slowly back to center. And let's swap sides. Drawing your knees into your chest, or you can keep your feet on the floor as you bring everything over into your twist. Entirely up to you. I had my arm alongside my ear, and then I got some tingling in my fingers. So as soon as you get tingling in your fingers, if you do have your arm stretched out, that's just an indication to lower your arm back down. And then when you're ready, soften your breath, steady, no force, no control. We'll rest here. And slowly come back to your breath. Bringing your knees back to center. Okay, and then rolling onto a comfortable side, just push down into the floor with your left or right hand and lift yourself up to seated. Our next position is a position that I find really, really comfortable, and it will be the way we'll do Shavasana today, and it's called Stonehenge. I'm going to place 2 of my yoga blocks at their lowest height at the bottom of my mat where my feet will be. Not too much where my feet actually. My knees are going to go over the bolster on them. Then I'm going to place bolster or cushions, and if you don't have blocks, again, books or even just 2 smaller cushions underneath where the blocks would be. So I've created my little Stonehenge pillow for my head, and then I'm going to place my knees over the top. For balance, it's kind of nice to place your knees over where the blocks are or pillows are. I think, yeah, my feet won't make the cushions. Doesn't matter, you can place something under your feet if that feels nice for you. I kind of like my feet hanging, but sometimes, as we're all individual, sometimes people prefer support. So I've got my cushion there. And today, I'm going to place a blanket over me, just for that extra comfort and nourishment for myself. And then when you're ready, settle down. You can also go higher with your blocks or your cushions if you want to have a higher Stonehenge. For me, this is good today. I don't need to go any higher. And then if your hair has been up, it's nice to untie. Just give your head a little massage, a little rub. Let everything out. And then hands can rest on your tummy or arms down by your side. I'm going to keep my hands on my tummy today. It feels more supportive. Take a deep breath in through your nostrils and take a sigh out through your mouth. Breathing in. Do this 2 more times. Breathing in through your nostrils, sighing out through your mouth. 1 more time. And then we'll just relax in our Shavasana for 3 minutes or so. Soften around your face. Make sure you are comfortable and supported, warm. You're right where you need to be. Just slowly come back to your breath. Deep breath in through your nostrils, maybe a sigh out through your mouth or your nostrils. And perhaps you want to bring your arms slowly above your head. Stretch. Or just wiggle your fingers and your toes, whatever your body naturally wants to do. And when you are ready, just slowly bending your knees, placing your feet on your mat, rolling onto your side. Just rest your head on your arm, on your pillow, and stay in fetal position for a moment. And gently pushing left or right hand into the floor and come up to a comfortable seated position. Your eyes might be open or they might be closed. Just sitting up tall, feeling the breath move in and out of your body. Face relaxed, arms and legs relaxed. Just taking a moment to check in, see how you feel. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes or lift your gaze. Okay. Thank you for joining me today in this practice. I do hope that perhaps it's helped lift your energy and maybe you're feeling a little bit better. Let me know in the comments. It'd be lovely to hear from you, and it's always nice to get some feedback as well. I will see you in our next session next week. Thank you.